One more person. Okay, hey guys, welcome to my Realtor Tips. We're gonna go ahead and start in just 1 minute. I like to give an opportunity to time to people to jump on. I know this time some people may be at work or maybe coming back from lunch. So I understand, which is why I'm very flexible in this time. My Realtor Tips is all about you guys. I'm doing these amazing sessions every Tuesday at 1 o'clock for you. It's for your knowledge in the real estate so you can make the best decisions for you and your family. So I'm doing these calls specifically for you guys. Today's episode, we're going to be talking about the real estate market, which is a question that I get, I would say at least once every couple of days. People always ask me, how is the real estate market? So today, what I'm going to do is discuss a couple factors that has affected the real estate market, and also locally, where are we? We're in the South Florida area, um, and we would love to know locally what is our market looking like, and which is important if you're looking to buy or sell in real estate. So Denise just came on. Hi, Denise. Welcome to my real estate tips. Go ahead and start. So I hope you guys could see this. If not, I will move it a little bit closer so you guys could see it a little bit closer. Okay. Okay. All right, guys. So let's go ahead. Let me turn on this light so you can see it a little bit better there. Okay. All right. Hi, Marcy. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah. Okay. Let's go ahead and start. Looks like we're getting some viewers. They're starting to jump in. Okay, guys. So thank you guys again for joining me today for my Realtor Tips Tuesday. I'm going to be doing this every Tuesday at 1 p.m. I'm going to try to keep this as short as possible. As I said earlier, I know a lot of people may be at work or maybe running back to work or at lunch or whatever the case may be. So I'm going to make this as quickly as possible. Hi, Brian. Welcome. So today's episode, I'm going to be talking about how is the real estate market. This is a question that I get all the time. People all the time, they ask me this question. How is the real estate market? What type of, are we in a buyer's market? Or are we in a seller's market? And a lot of times people want to know this because they want to make the best decisions in real estate. So my time today is for you guys to provide you with value so you can go back and make your best decisions in real estate. Now, I want to just give a disclaimer that I'm not an economist. I'm a licensed real estate broker and owner of Dominion Realty Group. And I'm going to be providing you with information that is provided to me on a daily basis because I'm part of the National Association of Realtors. I have a lot of information that the general public may not necessarily see. So, so I'm providing you this information so you can make the best decisions. Okay, so let's go ahead and start. All right, guys. So I want to talk about this first. We want to talk about the macro level of the real estate market and what exactly affects, the real estate market on a macro level, okay? And there are generally four factors, okay, main factors that will affect the real estate market, okay? The first is demographics, all right? The demographics that are in the area, you're talking age, income, jobs, all those things are going to affect the real estate market. Interest rates also. Right now, the average interest rate for a 30-year mortgage is 3.45%. So that's the average. Of course, depending on your credit score, that rate could be lower or higher. The better your credit score, the lower you get on your interest rate, okay? So interest rates. Number three, the economy. The economy is a huge factor that would affect the real estate market. And number four, the government policies. Okay, what type of policies is the government implementing in the real estate market? Okay, so I want to talk about specifically Florida because I am a real estate agent in Florida. So this call is going to be specifically on Florida. Now, it could be anyone that may live here, plan on moving here, and they just want some information, but I just want to let you guys know this is specifically going to be on Florida's market. So right now, here's what's going on with the economy. The labor market is very, very, very strong. It's actually been the strongest it's been in many, many years. We're actually on the 11th anniversary of the economic recovery. So right now, all the forecasters are saying that the market right now is really good, and they're not seeing any indication that it's going down. And I'm going to talk about that a little bit later. Hi, Delisha. Hi, Bishop. Welcome. So the market is really good, specifically in Florida. And then I want to also talk about also the economy is closely also related to job growth and what's the job at this point. So the job growth is really amazing in Florida right now. The unemployment rate is only 3.3% in Florida, and that's like an all-time low right now. So what that basically means is there's a whole lot of jobs available for people out there. So it's the unemployment rate is super, super low, which is really great. Another thing that's going great on the Florida economy is you are seeing a lot of influx of more people coming into the population is still increasing. So it's approximately about 900 Floridians are moving to Florida per day. 900 people, which is crazy. And that 900 people is actually broken into three areas. It's broken into international people that are coming into Florida and moving in, domestic, and domestic would be anywhere in the US, okay? So they're moving from, other than Florida, obviously, and they're moving from somewhere else in the US to Florida. And the third factor would be the birth rates are actually exceeding the death rates in Florida. So that's really good. It means that people are moving here, people are living longer lives, people are having babies, having fun. So that's great on that side. Another thing too that's huge right now in Florida is the job growth is actually twice the national average. So Florida is really, really doing well for job growth. Now, let's talk about government policies. Now, I'm not going to go into deep on this, okay, because I'm not going to get political on this. This is just information. But I do want to let you guys know there are a couple policies that was implemented this year because of the Trump administration. And there is a factor that will affect, and is currently affecting the real estate market, and that's the corporate tax rate. Okay, so if you own a business, you are a business owner, more than likely this year your taxes went down. You probably paid less taxes this year than you did of the previous years. So the tax rate for corporate tax, it was at 35%, and they actually dropped it to 21%. So because of that, we are going to see some changes in as far as the corporate for job creation and all that stuff. So I'm going to leave it as that. Now I want to jump into a little bit on how do we even determine what type of market we're in, okay? So these are the four factors that affect real estate, okay? And I want to talk about, as a licensed real estate broker, my job is to sell homes for my sellers and to find the best homes for my buyers. And for us to have an idea of what the market is, it's very important because you have on a buyer side, okay, that maybe they're renting, okay, and they want to buy a house, but they're not sure if this market is the market they would want to buy a house. So these type of questions are really important when you're deciding to purchase a house. Is it the time to purchase? Is it time to not? Now, based on the indications that I just mentioned to you, the market is really great. And I'm going to talk a little bit about that. I'm going to go deeper into that. So here are the rates right now. So single family homes right now, and these is for December, all right, 2019, and we will talk about January next. So the single family sales were up 23.8%, which is really great. And the townhomes were up 17% from year to year. So comparing the previous year to this year. The statewide mean purchase price for single family homes, they rose 5.9%. So from 270,000. So right now, what that shows is the home prices are starting to rise. The market is looking good. Hi, Desiree. Welcome. If you guys have any questions, feel free to chime in, stop me. These calls, I want to make it more interactive. So if you need to stop me, I'll be happy to answer any questions while we go. Okay. So the next thing I want to jump into is what type of market are we in? Okay. And the big question is, are we in a seller's market? Hopefully you guys can see that. Or we're in a buyer's. Okay. So for those of you that are not aware of the difference between the seller market and the buyer market. So when a seller's market, that indicates that it is a benefit for the seller. Okay. So when you're in a seller's market, that's actually a good thing. So the biggest thing, there's a couple of things that will determine if you're in a seller's market or not. One of it is inventory. Okay. So the inventory level, it is an indication on determining if we are in a seller's market or not. So what happens is when we are in a seller's market, we're finding that the available homes for sale are actually low, and it's going to actually drive up the price, all right? And you're going to have a lot more competition amongst buyers. So let me give you guys an example. So seller's market, you have, let's just pretend these are buyers, okay? These are buyers down here. These are the amount of active buyers in the market, meaning they are pre-qualified, they're going out, looking at homes with their licensed real estate agent, and they're out there saying, hey, I'm ready to buy right now. So these are active buyers on the market, okay? In the seller's market, there is a whole lot of buyers, but the inventory is like, say this is the inventory. That's the inventory. And the inventory is defined by the available homes that are actually listed right now for sale. So you have all these buyers, but they just aren't that many homes available for sale. So what happens in that case? There's going to be a whole lot of competition. Okay, let me turn on this light here, guys. So you have all these buyers, and they're going to be fighting over these, what is it? This is about what, 6 homes? And you have 30 buyers. So you have these buyers, they're fighting over these homes. So what does that mean? They're going to be driving the price up because there are going to be multiple offers. They're going to be submitting highest and best offers. For those of you that has purchased real estate in the past, the lighting is a little dark there, that has purchased real estate in the past, I'm sure you guys have heard multiple offer scenarios where there's so many buyers, there's so many offers, and you have to submit your highest and best. So this is a seller's market. This is good for the seller because it's driving the prices up. Okay, so your house that was, let's for an example, 400,000. Okay, it is now 420,000 because the buyers have driven the price up. Okay, That's good for sellers. Okay, so that's the seller market I wanted to show you guys, okay? The next is the buyer's market. So the buyer market, I'm gonna erase this for you guys. I'm gonna talk about the buyer market. Talk about the buyer market. Okay. So the buyer market is pretty much the complete opposite. Okay. So we talked about the seller market being there's pretty much no inventory and it's really low. And the buyer market, it's the complete opposite. So let me show you what that means. So these are all the inventory that is available for sale, homes that are available for sale, okay? These are the inventory, okay? And these are the amount of buyers, okay? So what that means is the buyer has a lot of options, okay? They have a lot of homes to choose from. They have, for example, last year versus another year, there are 100 extra homes on the market. So what that means is the buyers, they have a choice, okay? And they could choose either this house or this house or this house. So what that means is the seller, right, are probably going to be a little bit more on the desperate side, okay? And they may want to reduce the price. That would be usually the first thing that can happen. They would either reduce the price in order to get more buyers, okay? So what happens is it drives the price down, okay? When you're driving the price down, that's great for a buyer because obviously everyone wants to get the mansion that is literally $20,000 less than what it's really worth, okay? So this is what's going on in the buyer's market. It benefits the buyer because prices are getting driven down lower, okay? So this is where you would want to be. Now, when you guys are getting ready to buy, let me give you an example. If you are a buyer, okay, and you are ready to get in the market, you called your agent, you said, hey, I'm ready to go, okay? You want to know what type of market you're in because you want to set the expectation as to what to expect when you get out there, all right? Am I going to go out there in a seller's market where I'm going to be basically submitting 15 million offers and all of them getting declined? Or am I going to have more, if it's in a buyer's market, am I going to have more leverage and I'm going to be submitting one offer and I'm getting the house to $20,000 less than value? So knowing what type of market we in, it will help you determine what is the expectation that you would have when you get out there on the market, okay? All right, I'm going to jump into the next segment, and we're going to be talking about absorption rates, okay? Absorption rates are very, very important as well when you are trying to figure out the market. Now, we use absorption rates quite frequently. Absorption rates could be something that I'm pretty sure you guys may have heard once or twice. I'm going to explain what is the absorption. So, in essence, the absorption rate is a measurement that is used to determine what is the demand of real estate, okay? How long does a property take to sell on the market, okay? Now, if you are a seller, you're selling your home, all right? You may want to know what is the absorption rate because you want to know how long am I going to have my house on the market. You may have plans to, I don't know, you may have a job offer and you may need to leave town you may have a specific time frame that you need to leave town. You may be in the military and you got stationed, um, relocated to a new station, and you may need to leave fairly quickly. So you need to know, hey, am I realistically going to be able to sell my house quickly and get on? Or you may are looking to upsize your house. Maybe you have your family size has risen and you need a larger home. Okay, in that case, or if you have a large home and you may need to downsize and maybe retire and buy a condo on the beach, which is really nice right now. So there are a lot of factors as to why people move. And we all have these real estate aspirations, and a job as your agent to help you reach those goals, okay, to hit those goals. That's my job. And part of my job also is to set the expectation as well, to help you hit those goals. So we're going to talk about the absorption rate and why is that important, okay? So this is how the absorption rate is calculated. Turn this on for you so you can see. Sorry guys, the lighting is really bad today. I don't know what's going on. Okay, so the absorption rate is calculated by dividing the average amount of sales. So the sales, okay, within a month by the active properties, okay? So how many that sold versus how many that are actually available for sale that are active right now on the market. Once we do that, we come up with a number. So I'm going to give you an example. So I hope you guys can see this. I don't think you guys can because the lighting is really off today. That's okay. Let me give you an example. So you have 1,000 homes, okay, that are available for sale, and 250 of those homes sold within a month. So then you would divide that and you would get 25%. So that 25% is the specific demand that it will take to sell that home, okay? Now, if you want to figure out how many months you would take, you would just flip it. I wish you guys could see it so I could explain it. And if you flip the numbers, and then instead of 25%, it would actually be 4.32 months. And that 4.32 months means that's how long that house will sit on the market, approximately. All right. So that's why the absorption rate is really, really important. So of course, when you are a seller, okay, you're looking for a really higher side of absorption. You want, you want most of the properties be selling quickly. So I did an example for you guys. So let's talk about the absorption rates for a particular community that I took so you guys could get an idea. So I took the Carolinas and Margate as an example of how strong is the demand in the Carolinas for Margate, all right? So right now, I looked within the last month, there were 13 single-family homes that are listed for sale, okay? Within the last month, there were 6 homes, single-family homes that sold in the Carolinas. So our absorption rate for that is 46.15%. So anything over 20% for an absorption rate for a seller is good. You want the absorption rate to be higher. That means the demand is higher. And then if we flip the numbers and divide the 13 into 6, the average time it takes to sell the home is 2.1 months. So what does that mean? If you are a seller and you live in the Carolinas in Margate, that is a great market to sell your house right now because the demand is high and the absorption rate, which is the amount of months that it takes to sell a property, is only 2 months. So that means you could literally list your home. Of course, condition and terms and price all go into factor, okay, with your house being sold. But if all those things are right, if your house is in good condition, if your house is priced well, if the terms are reasonable, your average is 2 months. Okay, so that's how we find out how strong is the market in particular communities. There we go. All right, guys. So any questions? I'm going to go ahead and open it up. I'm so sorry you guys can't see my screen. The lighting is in really, really bright here. And as you can see, it's adjusting a little bit. So I hope that you guys were able to understand and get the visual aspect of these numbers, because I know it's a lot of math going on there. So I'm going to open up for questions. We say hello to some people. Hi, Angela. Hi, Monica. Hi, Anna, Emilton, Trisha, Desiree, Anna, Bishop, Delisha, Brandon, Brian, Marcy, and Denise. Hey guys, hello everyone. We're opening it up for questions. Now, if I don't answer your question on this particular video episode, you can always send me a direct message and I will answer your question as well, if say it does decide to come up. And this call was strictly, we just talked about what's going on in the market. Just as a recap, the Florida market is booming right now. If you are a seller and you are looking to sell your home, it's a great time to sell because home prices are the highest it's been in quite some time. And right now, there's no indication that shows the prices are, the market is going to go down. So everything is going up. There is a bit of a slight uptick in inventory. The inventory is rising, but not as much as we would like it. So the inventory is pretty on still on an average count. So you could go back and tell all your friends that the market is good and the market's not crashing right now. Another question I get a lot is, do I think the market is going to crash? And as of right now, based on what all the economics are saying, the market is looking pretty good. Again, it's an opinion. No one really knows. The only thing that I can do as your realtor is to provide you with information and give you my opinion, but it's your job to really take that information and decide, what you get from that. So I really hope that this call was very educational for you guys. I really enjoy being on here and just providing value to everyone that follows me on Facebook and Instagram and LinkedIn. This is something that I really enjoy doing. And I really hope that when you guys do decide to buy or sell, that you would choose me as your realtor or choose any of my agents. So a little bit about myself. My husband and I, we are real estate brokers for Dominion Realty Group. We do have 13 agents that are with our company. So we have a wide variety of agents that can assist you guys with your real estate needs for buying, selling, investing, or renting. Anything you guys need, we will be able to provide you with service above and beyond. That's our slogan. And I know that's kind of a bit of a cliche. A lot of people say service above and beyond, but we really do live by that. We ensure that our clients are treated with VIP service, that you walk out of your transaction feeling like, wow, we really took care of you and we didn't just do the bare minimum. We went above and beyond. So we definitely, we strive by that, and we're very proud to have that as one of our values for our company. So I don't think there's any questions, guys, but like I said, if anything comes up later, feel free to send me a private message and I'll be happy to answer your questions. So I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I'll see you next week, and I'll let you guys know what will be the next topic for next week. Okay, guys, have a great one. Bye.